You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz. The hell's going on with Jack?
Jumping around.
Oh, you were just doing all sorts of weird stuff.
You were seat jumping. Boy, that's
holy crap! Do you see this monstrosity?
this is crazy.
Yeah,
wow.
That's right.
Rigging on that shit.
So you don't have to, and we got to see this. I just saw him walk up on this.
He looks like a
Nothing way,
This
man.
is the one-man band.
How much does it weigh?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll ask. Is Turok listening in here?
Looks like he's
That
got
look,
all
that-
over on his back.
He's got the marching band uniform on, the whole works, the one-man band ensemble.
Notice how he's leaning backwards.
I notice how he seems to be wobbling, trying to keep himself steady. Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty funny.
It is.
I love that. Well, we got sidetracked. You
Yeah,
were
we're
doing some
sidetracked.
really wild, crazy stuff on the screen there. But
Interesting.
that's right, folks. For the record, today is September 29th, 2016, here inside Shroud and Avatar. It is Thursday, and that means it's release 34 is live and active. We are checking out the new stuff, and of course, as you see in front of you, you can see one of the versions of the one-man band, and I believe he's got the marching band uniform on. At least that's what it looks like.
Well, yeah, but hold on, I'm coming back into the game right now.
Yeah. But yeah, this thing looks just as crazy as it sounded when they offered it to us.
Yeah, the uniform is included with the
The
instrument.
uniform is part of the instrument. Oh, very interesting.
No wizard hats.
That is interesting.
So you're not able to wear the uniform? I mean,
No.
your normal clothes while you're wearing the one-man band
Apparently
rig?
not. So if you want to be a one-man band, you're going to be a one-man marching band with the uniform and everything.
Well, are you able to dye the uniform at all? Has anybody experimented with that yet?
Oh, good question.
I don't know. But what the heck is that? Oh, is that what our light source looks like now?
Well,
Yes.
the Virtue Cloak does have different colors on it, and so I don't know if you've actually gone to the bank and you've clicked the claim rewards yet.
I have not. I haven't had a chance to do any of that today.
Let's go do that, and let's go get our one-man band.
The news. Okay, we'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean, because did you see the new animations for things like casting light, or even
Well,
turning off
that's
and
what
on
we're here to
something?
talk
And
about today, is to tell the good folks about all the new goodies.
Look at the light source. Even
I don't like the light source. I mean, I didn't like the light source the way it was to begin with, and I really don't like this.
what don't you like? You have to be very specific.
First off, they're obnoxious floating above your head like that. Second of all, I just think they're obnoxious.
You don't like the little circles and bubbles coming off
I don't
of
like
it?
the bubbles, no.
That's why I always put mine on horsey.
They
Okay,
kill my immersion, man. They kill my camera angles. They don't do good for a reporter out there who wants to go doing stuff. They really screw with my camera.
They screw with your immersion.
They screw up. They're breaking my immersion, man. Breaking my immersion. Let's
Well,
see.
like
We got our
animation.
umbrellas.
Oh, get Get Laz's bank account number. Get it.
We've got the fan in there, but
I'm typing fan, and all I see is a bunch of my pipes. I don't see any fan in there.
Looking for the hand fan.
The fan is just fan.
4-piece, one-man band. Ooh, not bad.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
weight is pretty good. What else are we looking for in here today? What else do we have new?
See, I've got too much stuff to scroll through. I just clicked on
I
equipment,
know.
and I don't even see my Virtue Cloak. I know I was
Push
wearing
the
it
button,
on
right?
the QA server. Oh,
I
there it is.
do not see cloaks. There it is, the Virtue Cloak. Okay, I see that.
Yeah, and mine actually gives me a blue halo, so it has a blue light source around me. And they did say
Okay.
that as your average for all of your virtues increases, that the light source becomes a little bit more prominent. Oh, there's a street
All right,
organ.
well,
Street
We're gonna
organ.
see.
We need. Come on.
Oh man.
Well, I'm just hitting random buttons as I play this one. Then, just for everybody out there, the ABC file folder changed. So if you're having problems,
Yeah, we'll be
playing
talking
tunes,
about that in
yeah.
a minute here. Just go ahead and make sure we got everything we need
Yeah.
to show the folks.
Are bagpipes in here yet?
And how long ago did you guys patch?
Well,
Well, we got here. I don't know. I didn't
yeah. What are you
use
talking
my
about, man?
computer till about noon. I patched in about 4 minutes, and then I came into the game.
Bad leads up. What is that? Take that out of here. Bad leads up.
So if you're using
What
the
is
organ
that?
grinder, you can't run.
That's no, you can walk. When you're doing that, your speed is diminished when you have a. I saw that with the loot. If I try and playing something, and let me see real quick here because I do have some music in the in here, and let's see if it'll play.
The one-man
Should
band
have done this before
costume
the
is
show.
pretty damn funny. What are you talking about before the show? That means we would have to prep something. What is wrong with you? My elven robes, they have changed color. They are no longer red.
Oh yeah, you can dye them now, huh?
Well, this is the elven mage robe, which I don't know if you can actually dye or not.
Well, that's what the patch
rope.
note said.
Yeah.
Well, that said the elven elder you can dye, but I don't. This is the one that came from the elves as a playable race.
So you're gonna fall over. Az is gonna fall over. Somebody pick his ass up.
He's gonna fall over.
I tell you what, I don't know what's causing that brightness, man, but I can't even see my own head.
Whoa,
I'm just
yeah.
one big light. Yeah.
I'm playing
Hey, put your
without pants.
pants
Who needs pants?
Who needs pants?
Oh, you don't have a crotch either.
Down in front.
Oh,
Ray.
see-through.
Down in front.
Az lost his crotch.
That may or may not be a bug. I have
Schroeder
no
was
cr-
looking.
I am crotchless.
All right, Scrotum, down in front there, buddy.
Yeah, you're
Thank
way
you.
screwed.
Okay, gotta change my clothes. Yeah, take off your kilt, just for fun. Take off your kilt.
I'm not taking off my kilt.
Famous last words.
Yeah, you are. You're taking off. Wait, why'd your...
I'll lift it up for you, but I ain't taking it off, okay?
Lift it up,
You
lift
know,
it up,
I
lift it
got
up.
limits.
That hat is freaking
Lord
bright,
British comes
man.
floating on in. I got to be able to drop it real quick, you know.
You gotta drop it like it's hot.
All right,
There's one way of saying that. That's face down.
Well, that's interesting. And yeah, you're glowing like crazy now.
See, Gig says it's all debug. That is bright, man.
Yeah, I know. They really got to do something with that.
Do something with what?
With the effects from those things where people glow, because I mean, it
Well,
looks
yeah.
like
Yeah.
when Mr. Burns was taking radiation treatment, man, he looks like a freaking big glowing ball.
Just because Turok is he's a little toxic. I mean, that yellow thing around him says caution.
Yeah,
Okay,
speaking of caution, I've been meaning to drop that one. I got to drop that one into the suggestion forums. You know those roadblocks we have says caution under construction? I think we should be able to buy those and put those in our player-owned towns. And that's just me. I don't know.
Oh, wait.
That makes sense. That's kind of cool.
All right, where's my other tab? But anyway, well, we've got a whole bunch of stuff for you today. We got the Release 34 instructions for all you guys and gals out there. As well, the Q4 notes are out there for you guys. And, of course, we'll cover that in a bit here.
Which one do you want to do first? Because we know the Release 34 instructions will take a while. Did you want to quickly go over the Q4 schedule? Or did you want to do that next week or something like that? Because you're not going to be here tomorrow.
I think we should give them all 34 today, and if we don't get to the Q4, we can cover that on Monday when we get back.
Okay, so
that's just me.
And we can do that. And it just means I just need to pull it up real quick and get off of page 2 and go back to page 1. You ready for the Q4 notes?
I've got them up on screen.
Or, I'm sorry, the Release 34 instructions. So today, we have Release 34. And the patcher is being very slow if you're patching off the normal patcher.
Yes, it is.
So if you have Steam, that would be the best way to patch up the game. Okay,
now,
so
for those of you folks who don't know, if you have multiple accounts and one of them is attached to Steam, you can copy all the data over from the Steam patch to your regular folder, and boom, you're patched real quick. So, if you ever get a chance to get a 2250 account and attach it on Steam,
get rid of it
to get yourself patched every month.
I just do it the old-fashioned way. I run both clients, but most of the time, whenever I'm logging in multiple characters, I just relaunch the Steam executable. But okay, so Release 34 instructions. So there has been substantial changes to combat, economics, and balance.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not going to thank everybody.
What?
I'm busting your balls.
Okay, yeah.
You're not going to read Starr's thank you and thank all the millions of people out there?
I would have gone with
thank you for being a loyal backer.
Approximately
That's
100.
right. Thank you for being a backer of Shrouded Avatar.
Yes, thank you to all the backers.
All
right,
I gotta do something about
now,
that, right?
I believe you want me to read this verbatim. Is that correct?
No.
The whole thing.
Oh, okay, so
I read it verbatim, and it took me an hour and a half last night on a stream.
yeah, I know. Okay, so Release 34, we do have economic polish, which is going to start off with you can daily go to the Oracle and confess your sins and talk to the Oracle about truth, love, and courage, and then he pays you 500 gold. And then after that, for the actual quests, yes, for the actual quests, they have actually increased the XP that's accumulated through the quests that are available in-game, as well as upped the gold rewards for the Path of Love. And then there's also the Outlander tracking program. So every time that you go and talk with a town crier, the first time they'll pay you 100 gold. They have
Jackson?
Even Jackson, yes.
Wow.
Although Jackson was sold.
Oh, fuck.
It's going to be renamed eventually. The mail quests have been expanded, and then there's also a reward now for binding at a town crier for the first time. Even though in here it says first bind point reward, I believe it's with other places he actually has stated that it was with a town crier. Then combat received a ton of attention with over 20 balance changes related to skills, taming, health, focus, regeneration rates, and critical hits. And they have also added several new healing skills outside of life magic and new reactive skills. Sound good so far? Okay, so crafting, cooking, and food. Crafting, they included... Hey, quit whining. We haven't gotten to the food part yet. Crafting has...
Sorry.
They have added 45 new recipes. That includes the rare armor of bone armor, which is actually a leather light armor, even though it uses a mix of tailoring and carpentry, and it has the attributes of heavy armor, but it's still considered light armor.
The attributes of heavy armor.
Yes. And the big change that Led Zepp loves is that you are now going to be eating a lot more in-game. And that means that your health and focus regen rates are actually tied directly to food.
It's only a 25% loss also.
Well, right now, in release
Yeah,
34,
that's right
they've only put tiers 0, 1, and 2 into the game. There are actually going to be 6 tiers of food. And when you get to the tier 6 foods, it's actually kind of funny because they also have negative effects.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So the Path of Love, that has received substantial polish, including entrances to, say, the Necropolis Barrens. Now there's a warning saying, hey, stay on the path and you won't get killed. Or it's much a safer path to get to the Necropolis instead of the little hidden path.
You don't have to go into the PvP area. Is that the one that you
No.
have to go to PvP to finish?
Nope. That's the next one.
So
So
the new
Gotcha.
tool
It's a-
system, Laz. You want to try that?
yeah. So in the Necropolis, they also added Lacey's Spirit, and the Spirit Talker that you fight or will actually fight with you. But remember, there are 2 different Spirit Talkers. Each one has its own special skills, so you'll have to figure out which one's better.
With the proper PvP
Yeah.
is
I like the drop
Not
that personally.
all
All
spirit
the same.
talkers are created
proper
equal.
PvP
That's right.
is-
And the difficulty of some of the monsters has been toned down in the Necropolis. And then after you get to the end of the Necropolis, it will actually give you two options. One, you can teleport over onto the overworld map, and the other one will actually take you to the next step in the quest, but that's later in the patch notes that it details that. Since it is the Halloween season, there is going to be a ton of things that are going to be added to the add-on store, including new emotes like the Juggle Halloweens, or Jack-o'-lanterns, so you can juggle Jack, or you can get new
You can
heads.
juggle Jack.
That's
We
right.
got new rares that are gonna be rare.
I thought Led Zeppelin was juggling Jack already.
Well, it depends on the day. I mean, he does need to work on his kung fu grip.
Yeah. Needs to be a little bit more tender when he's juggling.
Move.
Needs to do something. What we don't need to talk about that.
And
So-
of course, here is Gix showing off the pumpkins.
Yes.
Is that pumpkins?
oh,
Can you
wait,
do that
wait,
again
wait,
for us? So we
Gix,
can
please,
catch
please.
it on camera?
Yes.
Baby pumpkin.
Yes, please do it again. Do it again. Yes. Okay, so the pink balls are actually going to be also kind of an homage to Lacey, because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so that will actually be making its way onto the Make a Difference store, and then Gix is juggling the pumpkins right now.
There we go.
Yeah, and don't forget, Gix is our favorite developer. Pink balls or... Wait, can you do the severed zombie legs and arms?
Do we get
Oh.
blue balls?
Yeah,
Blue with or blue pump.
yeah. So that's the zombie heads, which will be making its way to the add-on store. The zombie arms,
zombie arms.
Yeah,
Very
the zombie
nice.
arms, the human arms are actually a little thicker. Oh, yeah.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
What are you talking about?
Talking about was.
Yeah.
There you go. There go the human
those are the human arms, yes. Yeah, so
looks like we're getting closer and closer to cannibalism day by day around here.
It's gonna make it.
Thank you, Gix.
All
We
kinds
appreciate
of, yes,
it.
thank you. Okay, so
Showing
going
all
back,
those off to everybody.
going back to the release 34 notes, I scrolled down to where it says release 34, and my doorbell just rang, so I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. You'll be right back. So, release 34, we got storyline. We got a final polish pass that will be completed through the love storyline. And while they say a final story pass is done, it's, well, again, you'll see here, the love path polish, but not final. So, of course, right up here we have a final polish pass. And, of course, you're going to see it's not final. Just like the game, do we get a disclaimer on that? We were in persistence, but it's not final release. Same thing. They're going to make a couple touch-up passes, but for the most part, I believe that I think they've got it. And the Resolute NPC behaviors were delayed. They decided to spend a lot more time working on Ardoris before moving on to that. The S-Guard Unclone Polish, and for you guys, again, we've been telling you about S-Guard, S-Guard has just been one beautiful place with the Unclone and what Sorcerer Steve was doing out there. All sorts of great stuff. And again, don't forget about wearing yellow. Is that S-Guard? I see the yellow flags. I think that's something else.
S-Guard, yellow is the color of safety.
Okay, I was right. S-Guard is the color of safety, right? Okay.
Yep. Then,
yellow flags.
Yes. So it's what the kobolds are blind to the yellow, so it's supposed to be hiding from them. Then we have updates on the airy NPC behaviors. So many of the characters or NPCs received schedules, especially the guards, and they added a guard barracks and improved decorations to many other buildings, and they added theft detection to all buildings and merchant stalls.
I love that theft detection.
Yeah,
I've been detected in another town, I'll tell you that.
I'm just a monitor. You've got termites.
It's like, is that yours? Are you supposed to be taking that? Out in Ardoris, they did work on polish of the City of Love to get it closer to a Lord British level of interaction in life. They're still not there, but they're getting closer.
Turn it down over there. Yeah, there's too much PDA going on in the streets, man.
Hey,
those lovers are all over the place.
It is the City of Love, and all kinds of people
I can't get to a damn vendor because these lovers are always in the frickin' way, I'm telling you.
Well, are you having to crawl over them? Maybe you should ask to join in.
As I try.
Yes.
They don't know what I'm talking about. And they're engaged with their other person,
Yeah, so they did add a bunch of children to Ardoris, as well as animals, and a facelift to the new U-Shop. Theft detection is also included. I know, you gotta love the children, especially when they are in cages. And they added more visual clues about Min Liang Tan. And lots of dialogue improvements. That's right. Necropolis polish, this is what I was talking about earlier, where that path is there. It warns newer players to keep to the road. Outside the road will be dangerous. And unlike the other spirits inside of the Necropolis, Lacey is very, very helpful. And at the very bottom, the ending is clear as to what is expected to happen next, and the player can exit if they wish directly into the next part of the story, or they can exit out through a ladder. So you can either go directly into the Midris Ruins, it will teleport you there, which is the next part of the story, or by ladder directly into Novia Overworld. So, The targeting reticle is now off in conversations if you have it enabled, so it no longer looks like you're trying to play a first-person shooter. And they also included the skull ratings on the overworld. I disagree with that stance. I know that it's kind of a novel idea, but it's one where I want people to know how dangerous things are when the monsters try to kill them. Yep. Brittany Graveyards has now several new mausoleums, one of which connects to a new catacombs section of the Brittany sewers. That new section is small and not yet connected to the previously released Brittany sewers sections. They've also added discoveries on the overworld map, and that's for all major locations that will appear on your compass. Variable travel speed on the overworld map. Before Laz pulls out his soapbox. Yes. Laz, are you allowed to pull out your soapbox today? No. Okay, so if you're on the road, you are going to travel faster than if you are outside in the terrain. And that is just like it was in older Ultima games. And then from there, I have to try to prevent Laz from getting on a soapbox for that. So it is still faster than the slowed down movement that was in release, 14, 15, 16, somewhere in there, before they disabled it because people were complaining.
That's right. And people are going to complain even more.
Yeah.
You're going to hear one of those people.
Stay on the road. Stay on the road.
I'm going to stay on the road. See, in the earlier Ultimas, there was a reason for that.
There's no road where I go.
Overworld baddies that would chase you in the overworld. We don't have that here.
Well, we don't have it yet.
We will.
That is coming.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Even then, you're going to go into a scene. You're not going to fight them on the overworld map. Okay, now I can climb a mountain unhindered.
Hey, stop. Soapbox. Put it away. Yeah.
Okay. Put it away.
Yeah, that's right. So over time, they will actually have various ways to increase speeds when not on roadways. Don't forget, if you pull out your coconuts and you equip those, you currently run at 1.25%. And then after that, they will have some POT blessings, crafting bonuses on boots from masterworking and enchanting, food bonuses, etc. that will eventually increase our run speeds.
You should be able to sprint and dash.
Yeah. Dimmig's and Farrag's battle camps have actually been improved, and they will also react to you stealing things.
What is that?
Hey,
you've never been over by Exeter. There's 2 battle camps over there.
No, Farrag's battle camp is actually up in the northwest corner of the world, isn't it?
Sorry, not Exeter. What's that? Esgard. Over by
Esgard, where we live.
On the other side of the water. Yeah. What's that town over there?
On the little island that nobody ever goes to.
Exactly.
What's the repercussions of taking that stuff?
Why don't you go find out? Come tell us on Monday.
Yeah. Go take everything you can see, then come talk to us on Monday because we've discussed the truth virtue before. Do you not pay attention to the show, or do you just show up and you're like a warm body?
He asks questions on stuff we just covered in the past hour every day. You know that.
Yeah. Well,
he does it's for the studio audience, for the viewer that hasn't heard.
He's distracted by all the sheep sitting there in front of him. He can't keep a clear mind.
What's going on here on the set?
The audience can't see that. They got to be engaged to see all that.
Hey, so Laz, we have a post in Twitch that actually talks about your relationship status in Ardoris, and your problems. It's that you keep on getting friend zoned by the NPCs.
Yeah, I saw that. You know,
that was pretty damn funny.
Yeah, neither one of them will give me the time of day out there. I tell you, it's rough.
Take a shower once in a while.
Hey, listen.
Moving right along, we do have the large creature navigation improvements where they worked on large creatures actually doing things, and they have devoted a nav mesh that will improve the navigation behavior of these enemies. So instead of dragons being limited to a narrow path, it will be more dragon-like. as well as trolls.
And for those of you folks wondering out there, all the white noise was a major thunderstorm moving through. That was rain you heard in the background. Not much I can do about that. Mother Nature, when she decides to rain in Florida, she pisses down on us like that, and I can't really turn the mic off. So can't stop the show because it's raining. Same thing like in the game. We sit here and we get wet. But anyway,
that's right.
Right along.
Okay, so Brittany, the new U shop is also been fully decorated. Economic balance changes. We talked earlier about the daily Oracle confession, as well as the increased gold rewards for the Path of Love quest, the Outlander tracking, and the mail quest. We've talked about the first bind point reward. So this is where I said you now receive 200 gold the first time you bind to a town crier.
Chump change.
Yeah,
now that's only the first time you bind. It's not binding to additional town criers.
And also in low-level scenes, they have turned around and played around with the reagent spawner rebalance, and trying to make sure that they are evenly balanced against the power of the spells they are used with, and they are well dispersed in the scene, so players won't have to exclusively rely on merchants. So more reagents will be out in the overworld map, or not in the overworld map, but within scenes.
We'll see.
And then exactly. I want to see how much black pearl we can harvest.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not enough. Not nearly enough.
Nope. So, player towns and player housing, we do know that the raffle winners will be released Friday.
Anytime.
In the update 196. So, we have to wait until the update of the avatar number 196.
Tomorrow.
I have to look to see if my name is in there multiple times. Probably not.
You're not the only one.
I know.
When do we get the deeds?
Well,
the deeds should be out now.
Tonight.
They should have been drawn now, but they're going to announce it, list it. Yeah. So
they
should have them.
Yeah, they also
they're
have
not going to give
you
that till tomorrow, though.
I think I read somewhere that it would either be now or sometime soonish.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, they weren't going to publicly list who won until tomorrow, but you should have the deed if you won now, regardless. You know what I'm saying?
I would
throwing it up on a billboard.
I would put that at a highly unlikely scenario being release day and them getting all the bug reports together. If they got those deeds out before we got to release, more power to them. But I think that's on the bottom of today's list.
Isn't it all automated though? Like a computer just randomly selects all the things
You
in the
would
game?
think.
Well, yeah. That,
It'd be
yes,
instantly done?
but at the same time, they still have to assign the actual deeds to the individual players.
That's right.
And then, so that means that more than likely it's going to be Chaox who's going to be doing that. And
he's got to go into the account and add that to your account, and he's got to go into 675 more people's accounts.
Yeah,
and
that
add
should
that
totally been automated through the computer. Should have just done it.
You would think.
There's all kinds of ways that they should be doing some things that they don't.
I didn't assume that they wouldn't be that incompetent about it. Come on.
No. Well,
Automation's fun.
Yeah,
I should be able to buy all the lot deeds I want, but we can't, But that's another story.
But then release 34 lottery deed raffle. Don't forget that if you do have anything that does not currently own a house or a deed, you will be given a few lottery tickets, and you just have to go to your bank to claim them.
2, not a few. 2, 1 for each lottery.
A couple. Fine.
If you're a co-owner on a lot, does it still count?
No.
Nope.
You have to own the property.
What if I give it away?
If your pledge is high enough to give you a deed, that answers your question.
Damn.
Any other silly questions?
He's got a good point. If he doesn't own the deed and he sold it, the account no longer has the deed.
I could have sat there and read, own an Ancestor Pledge or above, own a Viking 2-story row bundle or above, own a Kobold 2-story row bundle or above, own an Elven 2-story bundle or above, own any quantity of add-on store deeds, Own any deeds won through previous drawings contest.
Why are we being punished?
We screamed about it.
Hey, let people have houses.
The homeless of Britannia.
That's right.
You know, how
And
am
don't
I
forget-
going to rent out rooms if everybody has houses? Come on now.
I know. So,
Where's your virtue?
Where's your entrepreneurial spirit? Come on.
Where's your chaos?
well, they need to own the house, so that way they need a place to claim it, and that's when they can come talk to me. That's my entrepreneurial spirit. Yeah. Okay, so it sounded like Zeke in the
It's
back.
Duke.
Zeke, you're cutting all shit up.
Orb is now functional, where it reduces the vendor's fees by 50% for 1 month. The tropical pot has been
I still
had
think
their
that said land originally.
no.
I
Well,
don't
one was
remember it
vendor,
saying
one was
vendor.
deed. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I remember buying because I was going to be able to get taxes off multiple properties having multiple of those. But again, I'll have to go back and look at that.
You have 2 accounts with those things anyway, so
Well, see,
yeah,
here's
yeah.
the kicker. You give me something like that on an account that has tax-free deeds. It's pretty much worthless to anybody who has that because they don't have taxable deeds. And of
Well,
course, we
what they
can't
really
go
wanted
buy
it for is
taxable
for you to
deeds.
give it to someone else. That's what they really wanted. Okay,
What?
so the tropical POT
You mean
template
they want
receives some
me to
polish.
share
Yeah.
my toys?
Yes,
No.
they want you to be nice and be
No, no, no,
virtuous.
no, no.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Nice, virtuous. Nice.
I could use some virtues my way.
I can use lots of virtues
Oh,
my way in the
wow.
form
Oh,
of cash. Okay, so Hutch did a lot of work on the Tropical Island template and included a ton of different versions of it, including walls, no walls, rotations, and then also the Stone Dock POT variants, as well as some new desert variants, and then fireplaces and chimneys, which we talked about last week. Those will be in the add-on store very soon. Oh wait, so they're already in the add-on
thought
store.
they were
Sorry,
in there
yeah,
in the
sorry.
store.
I said I was being fucking punished. It's horrible shit, man.
I tell you, you know,
Right.
I'm a wealthy landowner and I ain't getting a free ticket.
I'm not getting no free tickets. I'm being fucking punished. It's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
My tissue.
So they have also added the basement exit ladder decoration. All basements will now have appropriate ceiling openings for exit ladders. And then the inactivity timer for tax-free lots has started off as the default for 4 months, and then as your pledge increases, it goes to 13 months. The Dark Star Moon Dial will allow you to view the constellations when you double click on it. It's the same functionality as the astrolabe, which can be crafted. The dynamic pot island lot walls were removed.
Yay.
That's only in dynamic player-owned towns.
Yeah, which I have 3 of. Which
Why
I
would
don't
you have
want
3
damn
keep
walls.
deeds? Oh, you placed the islands out there, didn't you?
I have 3 player-owned towns that have lots of these things that when you place them had these walls, which I did not like.
Yeah.
You know, but I just don't like them. And
Wah.
I don't want them in my towns.
Wah.
Now they're not in my towns. They're gone.
I'm being
Oh.
fucking punished, man. I'm being fucking punished.
He wants his walls. See, he wants his walls back.
Hey, I think
Build your
there should
own
be a
damn
toggle.
walls.
I think there should be a toggle. Walls on, walls off.
Well, we were told there was going to be a toggle initially, and there was a toggle initially, wasn't there? Or was it?
Yeah,
Well,
they were-
the
arguing
toggle's
over a
extra
toggle.
land. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, we got the island, we got the place, we got what we promised. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yep.
happy.
Okay, so
they
the
still punishing us. Goddamn it, they still punishing us.
Damn, that train left a while back ago.
No, it's rolling, baby. It's rolling.
He gets to keep the same one for all of it.
Man, it hasn't gotten off the tracks yet. That's for sure. Or you can go to your browser. That's right. Don't forget about that for those of you folks who are technically challenged. Now, these next couple things here.
The Oracle Confirmatory working in player towns? Or are you talking about the statue head?
The bird bath, actually. So tell the folks about the other two.
Okay, so if you are in a player-owned town, the Oracle Confirmatory is now working, so you can go interact it and make your daily confessions or flag for PvP. The Oracle statue head has its mystery. The mysterious functions have been revealed. Outlanders can now use the head as a limited connection to the Oracle herself that allows them to enable PvP. However, it is a tenuous connection, and you cannot disable the PvP with that Oracle head.
What?
And you know what?
That is awesome.
Glad I never bought one. And I'm now glad I didn't spend $100 on the gray market to buy one.
You know, the Oracle head, when I saw it on the add-on store, was $8. I wish I bought 100 of them.
I know that. And you know what? For that, I'm not missing anything. So I thought I was missing out on a really cool item. And aside from being just a big rock on my property, I don't need the flag PvP, so I don't really need the functionality. But that's just me.
Can't get your flag off. That's the problem. If you could turn the flag off, that'd be good.
Yeah. So if you have an Edelman account or higher and you put out the bird bath, your yard will now be covered in bird shit as it attracts a flock of birds.
See that bird bath over there? I don't see any flock of seagulls out here, do you?
Well, go unplace it and replace it.
Can you clean it or what?
Yeah, no.
Wait, I see birds above it.
Yeah, but it used to be that you would have flocks and flocks, literally, of birds flying in and around.
Touch it.
I don't see them.
I believe the birds up in the sky are related to this because they're actually staying on.
Oh yeah, there are some up there.
Yeah. So
now you look to the south and there's flocks of birds, just flying over those houses. And if you look to the southeast, there's flocks. You're going to tell me all those people have bird pets? Yeah, it's like
it requires testing.
Yes.
Yeah, I see birds over your lot. So, wah.
But I thought that was functional from quite some time ago because I remember complaints happening where people were put in the bird bath and birds were flying in the freaking house because they were flying so close. That
wasn't because of the bird bath. That was just the different player-owned towns where the bird path took them into. And so they had to adjust the height level. Okay, so let's see, where was I? The tree clearing has been increased around lots. This is currently only applied in NPC and player-run town scenes. And in Release 35, they'll implement it as an option for player-owned town owners. Halloween housing? Yeah. Yeah.
Because my buddy... Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I want to hear what you got to say.
Well, my thought is that some people want those trees there that are right outside of their lots, and that should be up to the person who has the lot there and what's immediately affecting around it, not, and so that way I could have my trees right next to my lot, and then the guy, 3 doors down doesn't want trees near his lot, and that's fine, and his would clear out. That should be an option to them, not to the overall zone.
Flexible placement.
Because when I throw down my Druid treehouse, I've got it put in this forest area that I've got right around. There's like trees on the corners and down the line. Like it's the plot is perfect, right? To just get there and not cut out those trees. But if it cuts out those trees, then I'm going to have massive amount of area that's, trees aren't going to be there, and I can't put trees there.
It's your druid tree house. It needs more trees. It needs more friends.
It needs more cowbell.
Sorry, that. Yeah,
it's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
No
need to apologize, man.
That's what it's all about.
I get frustrated.
Yeah, absolutely. So do we at certain times.
I'd give you a hug, but
all right. Yeah, we'll let Scroder do that.
The head, like the PvP thing, right? Okay, the PvP, but why can't I walk out and contact the Oracle and do my daily, get my 500 gold from the Oracle right there in my front yard, right?
Well, that's because it's just the head. It's not fully functional.
Well, you might be able to do that part. You just can't.
Oracle's just a fucking head in a building.
PvP, I think.
Hey,
it's got circuitry.
Just a tip.
It's not receiving all the bits.
Okay.
It crossed the streams. Okay. Moving right along from there. Yeah. The Halloween housing and decorations. So we do have a new house on the add-on store. It is a gothic mansion. So from there are supposedly tons of secret rooms inside of it. It is boarded up, and it does have the Widow's Path.
I want one.
I do too. They have also added stone ruins. These are decorations that you can get medium and large size. They are not a house. They have also created dead trees for your asset store or add-on store, as well as dead trees with spider webs, as well as the gallows so you can go hang around.
It's good.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm going to go hang around.
Enough of the puns. Enough of the puns.
What are you talking about? Don't know what you're talking about.
I'll let you talk about it.
Then after that, we do have the dungeon iron cages. So if you wanted to create your bondage bedroom, you can actually now get iron cages for your room, as well as with or without skulls. They have also created more seasonal rares as that are actual rares on the add-on store. So they will not be available next year. And so
Are you sure about that? Are you sure?
We can talk about the difference between recurring and rares.
Because they're stated as such, right?
Yes. Yes. So
you have this 2016
from a seasonal rare.
Yes. So rare means that it is not going to be making an appearance again. Recurring means it will be. So they are actually specifying that. They've also included Elven Bundle homes and furniture. So they've got the 2-story, 3-story, 4-story Elven row homes, as well as the Elven wood cabinet. And then we get into hometown decorations, and Starr was doing stuff. And then the shingle roof homes plaster has been upgraded. So all 10 versions of that house have new plaster instead of dingy plaster. Now, we just need the ability to paint our houses.
Oh, that'll be
Yes.
And the association is going to get on your
And
ass.
I'm skipping all of the player-owned town changes.
The OT changes, there's a lot of them.
Let's see. Delay. Blah blah blah. We already talked about that. Food changes. You can consume items directly. You consume directly from your inventory. You can consume from the world. If you just open up your inventory, you can just right-click on something and eat it, or you can double-click on it and eat it. And eating raw foods have small buffs. So tier 0 single items are like an example. It will give you a very short buff. I believe it's like 5 minutes. And it also is a weak normal buff. Tier 1 cheap normal food like bark bread, it is a short to medium buff with a medium normal buff. Tier 2 is going to be like Gorn's venison roast, is going to be a medium length and medium to strong normal buff. Those are the only ones in game right now. Tier 3 is going to be like wolf chops, medium length, medium magical buffed. Tier 4 is going to be fantastical food, which is medium to long length with a medium to strong magical buff. And special food is going to be a short to long length, so it's going to vary, with a strong magical buff with a negative side effect.
So wolves are going to be dropping meat now, and bears.
I don't know about that, but let's go to
You'll
the
have to
next
figure it out.
two items because time is running short, and we do have a couple of we need to do.
Yeah, Royal
last
Elderberry
two
Bush.
items.
Yeah, Royal Elderberry Bush, as well as the Immortality Fruit, are no longer set with the no trade flag at all, so you can trade them as much as you want to.
About time.
That's right.
They
But
can
of
be stolen in
course-
PvP now.
The
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Immortality Fruit has a new catch to it, which is it's got a 24-hour cooldown time.
Yes. Really?
Yeah, yes, it does. So I don't care how many you own, you can only use one a day.
Yeah, that's not good.
But meanwhile, it's about that time of the day. We got to tell you folks what's going on around town, what's going on in the world, and we got to get ready to get out of here. Of course, just a reminder, this is our last show for this week. We will not be here tomorrow, but we will be returning on Monday.
Who approved that?
I did.
What?
It's in my contract.
Yep.
Shut up.
Okay, so we do have our calendar for today. Remember, our community calendar is provided to us by our friends over at Avatar Circle. It is a Google Calendar, so you can connect to it, you can add things to it, as long as you have permission. Just go contact Kaizen Phoenix Fire or Wrath Phoenix on the forums or in Discord for more information. If you need an event added to it, you can
20
talk to
papers,
Laz.
that's $2 plus tip.
Yeah. Today, all times are on the world on the calendar are Central Standard Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as New Britannia time. So today at noon, 3, 6, and midnight around the clock, we have two idiots on Radio Free Britannia talking about nonsense on a show called Lunch with Laz and Jack.
Idiots.
I know.
How
At
they
4
let
o'clock,
these guys on the air, I don't know.
I have no idea. Who do we report those guys to? At 4 o'clock on Avatar's Radio, Golden Wing Okan is going country. At 6 o'clock, it's on Avatar's Radio. Dr. DJ Selly is doing his Faster and Louder show.
Faster,
Louder. At 7 o'clock, if you're interested in some PvE, you can join the Phoenix Republic for their PvE nights. That's going to be with Kaizen Phoenix Fire or Malakis. At 8 p.m. on Avatar's Radio, DJ Striker Sparhawks doing his Lost in the Spaces show. And also at 8, we have DJ Nurse Justin on Radio Free Britannia, WRFB.rocks, with Unmedicated Schizophrenia, Part 2.
Part 2.
WRFB.
And the website blew up overnight.
Yes.
So those of you folks who haven't been, go check out the new look.
Yeah. WRFB.rocks received an overhaul last night.
It grew up. It became an adult.
What?
It put on the big boy pants. It can pull them up itself now.
That's right.
Yeah, if you're interested in a little bit of PvP tonight, you can always join Pestilence out in Finchfield for the Gladiator Wars. Registration is between 9 and 9:50, and the actual battles begin promptly at 10. And the final event of the evening is going to be Amber Rain or Ember Flame taking over radio or Avatar's Radio with Temper Tantrum Tea Days. And that is our community calendar for this Thursday, September 29th.
Now, of course, she's filling in for Apollux, who is still out and under the weather. And, of course, we look forward to seeing his name back in that calendar shortly. So, moving right along. Of course, it's about that time of the day. We got to start getting out of here. We only got a couple minutes left. And, of course, we got a bunch of folks to thank out there. We got to thank our sponsors who take care of us and help keep us on the air. And, of course, Our newest sponsor, the Arkenshire Markham Farms, located out at Dawn's Keep, just south of central Brittany. Check them out. If you need some cotton, you need to build some clothes and some armor, go check out those guys. They got some great prices. Coilmore Wands, putting the magic in your hands, opening October 1st. And, of course, everybody in the studio audience qualifies to get in the, what are we calling it? The contest to win a free custom-made wand. Our good friends over at Wake Up, New Britannia, with Ultima and Ultima every Saturday morning, 7 to 9 Central Daylight Time here in Shroud and Avatar. Our friend Jacob White over at sodamap.com. Sodamap is truth, so says Lord British. You ever get lost and you need to find your way, check out Sodamap. Or if you really want to lend a helping hand lent to you, go check out SAM. That's SAMM. Look it up in the forums. Our friend Ben over at relicsbyrill.com. Relicsbyrill.com for all your Shroud of the Avatar swag. You can get your t-shirts, you get your hats, get your patches, get your drinkware, get your coffee mugs, get your coinage from the mint, all that good stuff. Use the promo code NBN and get 10% off that licensed Shroud of the Avatar swag. Our friends over at sodataming.com, sodacrafting.com, sodacraft.com, and sodacrafting.wiki. These guys done a lot of the research, and all you got to do is go out to their sites and find that all good information. And last but not least, our friends over at Shroud Marketplace, shroudmarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs. Jack, take it away, please.
Yeah, Shroud Marketplace is the place to buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. And since we are running short on time, I will just say that anything that is game related can be posted on Shroud Marketplace if you're interested in becoming a vendor. That includes
everything you want.
That is right. So any kind of service that you want to offer other players, any kind of rare that you want to sell to players, you can do that on shroudmarketplace.com. Just click on the vendor registration, and then after that we end up with having to thank the most important people out there, and that is you guys. Thank you for watching, and thank you for participating. Thank you for watching on Twitch and YouTube, or in replays, or listening on Radio Free Britannia. We couldn't do this show without you guys, and we do it for you guys, so thank you.
That's right.
Very much.
We love you guys, and we love some of you more than others.
And not only that, we love this shit. That's right.
That's right. We love this shit. And of course, we love you guys. Thank you. You guys are the motivation behind what keeps us going, keeps us wacky, and keeps us bringing it to you here 5 days a week here inside Shroud of the Avatar. And of course, this is going to be my Friday. I'm headed out to visit my brother, sister-in-law, and the kids, and going to go have a couple of fun days up in Gainesville. So I will be back with you all on Monday. Till then, we're going to go ahead and get out of here for the weekend. Everybody enjoy Release 34, and we'll be back on Monday to start answering all those questions. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
It's Scroda.
And Bullywiggle.
And we are NBNN. But Winkle, did you get your lottery ticket today?
I have not. I'm still not yet an avatar.
That's right.
Still
Okay, that's right. Patching. Anyway, stay tuned for more news, sports, crazy, wild happenings, the latest news here inside Shroud of the Avatar, and any other wacky things we can bring you. We'll probably be bringing you a parade here shortly. But we'll see you all on Monday, folks. Have a great weekend. We'll see you all then. We're going to have fun with this one-man band thing.
I still haven't won anything like... Whoa, what happened to the one-man band? It's all white.
I'm telling you, it's blinding.
You racist bastard.
Yeah, if you pan around from behind, it's all white.
Immersion.
Breaking my immersion, bro.
Breaking my immersion, man. You gotta stop it with the negative vibes, man.
Yeah, so in order to use the fan, you actually have to equip the damn thing.
We're clear.
No, we're not.
I'm clear.